truth that you are a slave. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison for your mind.
Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning how you can recreate your wall. And if you never know that you are in charge of a wall and you are the Lord and Master of a wall, then I want to introduce you to the thought wall. Because everything that you would ever say or ever do, it has to first be a thought, it has to first be an idea, it has to first be imagined. And that is what would become your reality or your personality. So everyone is actually creating their wall. So the rich man, the poor man, the beggar man, the thief, each of them are creating their wall because of the way how their minds have been arranged. But yet it is the same one mind, but different arrangement of that same mind. That is why, my brother and my sister, I'm saying to you, when you realize that imagination is what creates reality, then you'll also come to realize that God in man is actually man's imagination. Therefore, you can have your life the way you want it to be. And we see this lesson concerning energy, vibration, and frequency to understand the Bible metaphysically. This was taught to Neville Goddard by his mentor Abdullah, the black mystic from Ethiopia, who taught Neville how he can recreate his wall. So we see Neville at the time was dwelling in a wall of lack, in a wall of scarcity, and in a wall of having a colonial mentality, having grown up in a colonial country in the Caribbean. As a matter of fact, Barbados was the name of that Caribbean island, which is just 100 miles west of where I'm living here. Okay, and because of that mentality, Abdullah had to teach him how to recreate his life and how he can live his life how he actually wanted to be. And let me just go back to that time when Neville visited Abdullah with his burning desire. As I said before, that Neville was living in a wall of lack because it was a time of a Great Depression that started in 1929, I want to believe, yes, to around 1939. But it was around the year of 1933 that Neville went to Abdullah with this burning desire. And Abdullah taught Neville how to make the trip possible by changing his way of thinking in terms of how he looked at the Bible. And so, because Abdullah was teaching Neville the Bible along with the Kabbalah, it was all just theory at the time. But Abdullah wanted Neville to experience the practical reality of that teaching of oneness. So, when Neville had that burning desire, it was the time for Abdullah to teach him how to make this knowledge a real science as it is, and can only be known through experience. So when Neville started to sleep in his mother's home in Barbados in his imagination, that was Neville recreating his wall. That was Neville recreating his life. He now started to live a life whereby he can travel, having no work and having no money. He also would have discovered how he can attract money to himself with a power that is greater than money, because it is that power that creates money. Neville started to understand how he's magnetic and electrical. And when you understand how magical and electrical and magnetic you are, you would realize that you can have things in whatever angle and whatever shape you want to have them, because you will discover that you are the operant power. And that is why, my brother, my sister, I'm saying to you that you have the power to recreate your life. Because when I speak about recreating your world, I'm speaking about your life, because whatever you are bringing forth, that is the fruit. That is your creation. That is what your wall will entail. If your wall is a wall of good thoughts, things that are pure, things that are lovely, things that have virtue in them, that is what it will bring forth. But if they are negative and they are discouraging and they are worrisome, that's the kind of life also that you will display. So my brothers, my sisters, you have this power that is within you that you can use to change your life, whichever way you want it to be. And that's why I'm saying to you, you can recreate your world. You can recreate your life. All you have to do is change your thinking and see things in a different way. For example, many of us were taught that the Bible is literal and that the Bible is secular history. And we were taught to look outwardly to a God, our Savior, outside of ourselves. And many of us believe that God is a man in the sky. But when someone comes on telling you that God in man is man's imagination, and that the central character of the Bible is man's imagination, you have to be open-minded to be able to receive that knowledge and apply it so that you can recreate your world or recreate your life and live your life by experience, not by theory. So my brother and my sisters, there are people who would just satisfy to live a theoretical life whereby they just talk, and they make everything an argument, and they make everything to be like if it have to be intellectual, and they want to know certain things that can never be known intellectually, that must only be known by experience. And that is what I'm speaking about in terms of you using that science to recreate your life and to change your circumstances and do it consciously, and to even change your life from poverty to prosperity or from lack to abundance. The science can only be known through experience. And for you to have that experience, you have to be open-minded. And you have to be willing to be a doer and not just a hearer. So, my brothers, my sisters, let me say to you once more again that you have the power to recreate your life. You have the power to recreate your wall. What kind of wall are you going to create? You can create a wall of love, peace, joy, happiness. You can create a wall of balance. Or you can live in a world where you are off balance. But you have to understand balance. You have to understand how to love yourself, how to believe in yourself, and how to accept the fact that God in man is actually man's imagination. And start to live from your imagination, the inner man. And you would realize that you can change all of the circumstances in your life to how you want them to be. Therefore, if you believe me, I've just given you the key. And it would mean that Abdullah actually give Neville the key to give to humanity, to teach them how to live in abundance and prosperity, and how to understand the world of thoughts, the world of energy, and how energy can be transmuted into form. Okay? From thought to matter, or from spirit to matter. Live your life from the world of the spirit, where you can renew your life to however you want it to be. You are the creator. That's why you can recreate your life to whichever way you want it to be. So with that being said, my brother and my sister, I want to thank you very much for listening to me. I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you listen to me, what I'm saying, it makes sense to you and it really resonates with you and you haven't subscribed already, I'm definitely encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, if you like to follow me on Instagram or you like to follow me on TikTok, you can follow me at Black Mad Guru. And if you feel strongly to support this work, always remember that there's a PayPal and the link is down below. Feel free to check it out. Also, I want to remind you, can sign in my Patreon community. If you want to be a part of my Patreon community, you are most welcome. And you have the opportunity to take the course, which is called the Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously. And it's only for people who are donating at least $20 or more. You'll have access to it. It's all about pointing you to look within yourself, to discover that light that is within you, to realize that light is the sun that is within you, and you must get in alignment with the sun that is within you to understand why the sun above you will always shine forth and bring forth in abundance. and that your life must be just like that son, bringing forth in abundance. So feel free to check it out. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to say peace, love you all. Out.